Hello, I have another installment of what I'm watching. Join me for these next three selections. So there for a while, I was feeling kind of burnt out on TV, a little bit in a rut, not really knowing what to watch. Kind of felt like I had watched everything that I wanted to watch, and I just felt uninspired. I have made a turn though, and here lately I have found some pretty appeasing options that I want to share with you today. First up, I have the movie Coco. This one is streaming on Disney Plus and it is family friendly. I have to say this one is perfect as we're coming up on November 1st, which is the celebration of Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead. This one is vibrant. If you've watched my previous what I've been watching videos and you saw the selection Raya, this is another one I feel is in that same category. The animation is so beautiful. It's vibrant. The culture on this movie is absolutely phenomenal. I love the story of it. It's inspiring. It kind of makes you feel a little bit more comfortable with a subject that's usually uncomfortable. All around, I think this is a great family movie. For our second selection, we're going to shift a little bit. This one is not going to be family friendly, but it is more historical. If you've watched my previous videos, you know that I like movies that not only entertain, but also educate you as well. So this selection is going to be The Photographer of Mauthausen. This one is streaming on Netflix currently. Start watching it as soon as you can. It focuses on not only World War II in this concentration camp, but specifically the Spanish prisoners who were sent there. I did find this one to be interesting and a little similar to one I've mentioned in my previous video. I'll go ahead and pop that on the screen for you. These prisoners were sent there by their own countries. It wasn't so much that the Nazis at this time came in and took these people prisoner and took them back. Their own countries gave them up. So this is the second movie now where I've seen that done. As I mentioned, the one that I popped up on the screen was about France, and now this one is about Spain. They just handed over their POWs at this time. I think this is an interesting movie. Again, educational. You're learning not only about the time period, but this one specific place. Before this movie, I hadn't even heard of this particular camp. So again, you're going to learn, and toward the end, it really brings about the question of, are you an innocent bystander? Are you a willing participant? You know, that it kind of brings that quote around, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. It really makes you think. It's going to teach you a little bit, not only about the specific place and people, but also how so many people were betrayed by their own countries during this time period. Let's do another switch. Our third and final selection is going to be a series. Right now, there is only one, that being that this was the first season, but is kind of, it doesn't have any specific relation to The Photographer of Mauthausen, but if you watch that one first, I think you're going to get a little bit of backstory, which will help you understand this next selection, which is the series Jaguar. So I mentioned that it's kind of not really a continuation, but it is around the same subject because this show concentrates on the time period after the war has ended, and a lot of high-ranking officers have fled to Spain and other countries and are trying to escape their own imprisonment. So this show is going to feature an ensemble cast, kind of vigilante style, trying to find all of these fleeing previous former Nazis who are trying to escape justice and actually bring them in to be judged and have their own judgment days. These two movies do actually have an actor in common, so if you watch one, then you should see a familiar face if you watch the other one. One of the things I like about this show is, again, it has an ensemble cast, and each character has their own backstory, and they kind of go into that a little bit of how they've come to be as a group. You're gonna get a little bit of betrayal. I mean, this kind of unit is based on trust, and when you have secrets and betrayal like this, that might start to unravel a little bit. You might have a little bit of harsh feelings, which could lead to who knows what in this kind of setting. So this show is really great. I'm excited for season 2. Hopefully that will come soon. And again, I think if you watched The Photographer, then you have a little bit of backstory and a little bit of knowledge that will prepare you to watch Jaguar. So those are my 3 selections for you in this installment. I hope that they provide you not only with entertainment, but with education as well. These are selections that you don't want to just put on in the background as you're doing something. So go ahead and save them. Watch them when you have time, when you can set aside some time for yourself to just relax, actually pay attention to what you're watching, then go ahead and give these selections your full attention. If you are here at the end, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Before you leave, go ahead and click that subscribe button. That way you can join me in my next video. I hope to see you then. Bye.